that right now it's time for that segment, the pitch. An entrepreneur gets his or her chance to pitch his or her idea to a venture capitalist. Today, or in this hour, our lucky entrepreneurs are Matt Mayernik and Daryl Bryant, co-owners of Hudson Horizons. They're going to tell us what their business is in a second, and we want to just reintroduce Eric Strausser of More Davidow Ventures, our venture capitalist. So listen up, Eric. Daryl, take it away.
Hi, Eric. Thank you. It all started about 6 years ago when Matt and I started Hudson Horizons, and we set out to build a company because we saw a tremendous need for clients to be able to update the content of their website all on their own. So within the past 6 years, that's exactly what we've done. We've created a company that builds customized, fully scalable sites where our clients can actually log into their own websites, update their content, add new pages, update products. If it's an e-commerce site, they can view all of their orders and see all their customers. So basically, we build them a centralized system where they can manage their entire business through their website. And now with the explosion of Web 2.0, we've really jumped on that bandwagon, and we're now offering social networking websites, and we're doing development for the Web 2.0 industry. And basically, we also offer social media marketing services to help our clients get more exposure on platforms such as Facebook and Twitter. And right now, we're having a tremendous growth stage, and we're looking to take that to the next level and continue the growth and expand Hudson Horizons. We're seeking $1 million in capital, and with that injection of money, we're looking to increase our in-house resources, build our company, do some research and development, and really take Hudson Horizons to be the #1 web company in America.
Eric?
Well, that's a very ambitious vision, and it sounds like the company is already revenue stage. Could you give a little detail on the number of customers you have?
Sure. Well, we have over 100 plus customers.
Okay. And so as you've presented it, really the innovation that you've made is you found a way to use technology to improve the customer service and your ability to bring on customers and allow them to manage their own content. And the question in these businesses, if you look at how do you scale them, what's really important is to understand how do you bring customers on, i.e. what's the cost of customer acquisition as related to your sales and marketing expense? And then what's the lifetime value of a customer? Meaning how many dollars can you extract from that customer, both from a revenue sense, but more importantly from a profit sense, over your anticipated life cycle of that customer. And so I'm encouraged by the amount of money you're seeking out. It sounds like you have a very thoughtful, metered approach to raising capital. And really, I think an investor is going to dig into how well do you guys understand the model so you'll know exactly where to apply resources, whether it's to add more headcount, improve the customer experience, spend money on operations. There's a variety of areas you could spend money on at this point in the business, and you really need to understand the model, the customer model, to figure out how to scale your business.
Okay, no, that's great information. Thank you.
Is $1 million too much, Eric? And also, is this business VC money, or should it come from somewhere else?
You know, $1 million is probably right on the edge of whether you could raise it with angels or raise it from venture. It's not to say that venture capitalists aren't interested in investing small amounts of money. The question is, what's the total amount of capital the company envisions consuming on its way to break even and profitability? If that number in total is $500,000, it's probably not going to be of interest to a venture capitalist. But if that number turns into be, single digits or small double-digit millions of dollars, then I think there's a lot of applicability for the venture business.
Eric, give him a bottom line. Yay, nay, what's the next step?
It sounds like the company's done a terrific job of getting the technology risk out of the business. And so this is really about, is this a model that can scale? So it's going to be all about the cost of acquisition, the relative margins, and whether this is a business that scales to what natural size. Is there a natural type of customer that wants to do this, over which they just do this on a custom basis? Or is there customers that are so small they use sites like Ning or others to arrange their behavior? So I think it's a relation to market size and then what's the overall attractiveness on a per customer basis.
Matt, Eric raises a great question. How do you guys get it out there? How are you marketing, and how do you figure out what clients you should be approaching? Sure. I mean, basically, our clientele is the small business, small to medium-sized business, and our marketing is all online, whether it's through pay-per-clicks or through these social networks. What we're able to do now is basically directly market to our clients using these platforms.
100 clients just that way is pretty incredible. And it's just in the, when did you found it? You said
2003.
Yeah, it was just
2003.
in 2003. Danny, you're all about marketing online. Danny and John, we would just want you to weigh in here because I know you have incredible insight from Matt and Daryl.
Well, I'd want to know first how you intend to compete with the bigger companies that are doing this moving forward, because as you know, there are more now entering that space, and particularly in the Web 2.0 area, which I think is the area of growth. I think you guys have nailed that in terms of the future. But what's your process to compete with those bigger companies? What's your plan to do that?
Sure. I mean, basically, it's a very competitive market. You know, anyone from a freelance designer to, like you said, one of the leading companies in America are our competitors. Where we position ourselves is the fact that we are truly a customized solution provider. We don't use third-party tools or any off-the-shelf platform products. Everything we do is hand-coded from the ground up, which allows us to be completely scalable and make our websites completely 100% search engine friendly.
And then we take it one. Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was going to ask you if the target market for this is small to mid-sized businesses, mid-sized, larger companies. Where do you see it fitting?
No, exactly, small to mid-sized companies.
And Matt, finish your thought.
And then we take it one step further because once the site's all done, I mean, you need traffic to your site. We help you market it online, and that's our big focus also.
John Rutledge.
Yeah,
or
a lot
Danny.
of people do need help with that. So.
Yeah, I'd be interested in what is if I'm the customer, what's it going to cost me to do this as a range for a small business? What's the cost per month or per year for me?
In terms of the development of the website or in terms of the marketing?
If I'm the business and I want to do this, what is going to be my all-in cost that I have to pay to you per month or per year in order to do this product?
Sure. You know, we work on a project basis. So for building your website, there's an upfront cost for us to build your site. Our lowest end websites start at $5,000 and they go way on up. And then if we're doing some search engine optimization or social media marketing, then we work on a monthly fee to manage that for them. And that could range anywhere from, you know, a few $100s to a few $1,000s a month, depending on the company and depending on the amount of time and resources required to manage their campaigns.
Right, because a project business runs differently and scales differently than an ongoing service flow business, like the second one you're describing. And a project business ends you up with huge personnel and recruiting issues to work through. But that's interesting. Obviously, the web sales, and the small business sector are great places to do it. I'd go with Eric of what are the margins and what's the profitability of getting this thing up to size are the key questions.
I have an idea for you too, and that is to take a percentage, and more businesses are looking to do this. We have call-ins all the time, and how do I get my marketing done, and how do I get search engines to find me, and so on. If you could find out a model where you're not charging a small business up front, because a lot of them today are going to, you know, immediately cringe when they hear the word like retainer or anything like that. If you can try to get a percentage of the profit of direct revenue that you bring in, you know, I mean, you know how it would work. It basically come through your site and into theirs, so that you're able to capture and you know exactly how many sales actually came from your efforts. If you're able to somehow get a percentage of the revenue, people would see a value add there, and they knew they wouldn't have to pay unless you actually performed. I think that could be some area to look at that might differentiate
and
you
more
from your
attractive
competitors.
to an investor too.
Right. We didn't write you a check, but I certainly hope that was helpful, guys.
No, thank you very much, all of you.
So Daryl, Bryant, and you were on the TV, and we'll put up a clip of this on the Fox Business Net website. So Daryl Bryant and Matt Mayernik. I hope I said that right, Matt.
You did, thank you.
Of Hudson Horizons.
They're Jersey boys.
Again, we take these clips every week, and we're putting them on foxbusiness.com. So you can link, you can embed, you can tweet about them, you can on Facebook. Thank you so much. Yeah, and let us know how it grows. Thank you both. Keep the questions coming. We got 15 minutes left. Let's take a quick